So ask yourself this simple question. What changes after February?
Black History Month. Well, we have to come every year. Hear me out. Every year in February, I've seen black homeschool things. Hey, what can I do this month so we can celebrate Black History Month?
For 1 month.
For 1 month.
Huh.
And then in March, well, what do I do to celebrate Women's History Month? Like for 1 month, you're moving and you're not gaining anything. So because that's the stupidest thing. I used to think Black History Month was the coolest. It's the stupidest thing.
Stupid.
Why is it stupid?
Because you singling out one piece of history when you could be just teaching all of it because it all correlates with one another. Why is we doggone singling out doggone? They ain't got no Mexican month. They ain't got They do?
Yep.
When is it? I know they got Cinco de Mayo.
That's not. It's September.
And that ain't even Mexican.
It's September 15th through October 15th. There is Asian Pacific month. Yes, I know when all the things are because I bought books. I was like, we have to know everything, and that gets draining.
When you're trying to separate
everything, and my whole point is, and people are like, well, you're saying no. I'm saying we need to learn history. Period.
History is history.
Because if Garrett Morgan created the yellow light, or this was created or this was created. Yes, it needs to be known, but it doesn't need to just be known in February and then we forget about it. Do you remember what we learned last year? Why are we waiting a whole year to learn about history?
Is our history really that important if we're only doing it 1 month of a year?
It's like that. Can you tell it bothers me?
And each February, we study the same half a dozen people. Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, Harriet Tubman, Booker T. Washington, George Washington Carver, and one or two other ones. By the time we get through half a dozen, our month is over. We did our black thing. Let's move on, right? Yet, we study Benjamin Franklin, Eli Whitney, Alexander Graham Bell, Thomas Edison, F. Scott Fitzgerald, Francis Scott Key, all year.
Hi everyone, welcome back. My name is Benny. And so every February, everybody is talking about the Black History Month, from the corporates, politicians, to schools. But here is the real question. Is Black History Month empowering blacks or just containing? Black History Month was started as a way to make sure black contributions weren't erased. And that mission matters. But somewhere along the line, it shifted from education to performance. So we get the same names every year, like the Martin Luther King, the Malcolm X's. But where is the economic strategy conversation? Where is the policy breakdown? Where is the systemic sabotage discussions? Where is the wealth conversations? Why is the history always about safe? And this is why so many Black Americans feel tired of us, because celebration without power becomes containment. So if history doesn't lead to strategy, it becomes decorations, of course. The truth is, blacks don't need more posters, they need infrastructure. They don't need more quotes, but leverage. So ask yourself this simple question. What changes after February? Do policies shift? Do budgets change? Does economic structure move? Those are some of the most important questions that we should be asking ourselves. Or after February, everything goes back to normal, because that's the part where nobody wants to talk about. I'm not saying Black History Month is useless, but what I'm saying is it's time to make it evolve. It should evolve from celebration to strategy, from nostalgia to nation building, from quotes to ownership. Let me ask a simple question. Is Black History Month empowering blacks, or is it just symbolic? Let's be honest. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you and subscribe.